This is the Mayenne river, and I've just launched Sarum at a little kayak and canoeing place, and a few docks for different kinds of boats. And just around here there's practically no wind, but later on the reservoir is going to get wider, and there should be some wind to be able to sail and not just have to motor. So I'll take a little sequence once I get onto the water. So there she is, first time this year. As I said at the beginning, it's motoring for the first part. The water is absolutely completely calm. There's no wind here, as would be expected, but there is likely to be some when we get into the wider part of the reservoir. Then maybe I'll do some real sailing. Well, real sailing, just ghosting along, I should imagine, but it's just a little shake out, just a little try, and see how the boat puts up to these extremely calm conditions. So I'll be back to you when the engine's off and when I'm sailing. When I'm sailing, there's very, very tiny amount of wind, so just barely ghosting along, and just see if I can set the ship a little bit. And so it's it's the wind from the aft to the port, and I can see it on the water. And here we go. There are a few people cycling along the paths. There are going to be lots of places to go and walk when I'm not sailing. It's an absolutely beautiful place in the world to live. I'm very, very grateful that Providence has enabled me to live in this area. So I've probably got about 100 meters or so of wind, because the water I can see ahead of me is dead calm. There are no wavelets on it, so I'll probably be starting the engine again. Here to the right, there's a couple of boats moored at the side. It's a very large house there, probably with a farm. A big house from the beginning of the 20th century. So it's cloudy today. The forecast doesn't indicate any rain, and it's an easterly wind, so it's fairly warm. Or it has been this morning. There you can just see one side of the house, of the big house, and so there we are. I'll knock off here and take on a little bit later. I didn't mention that I have 2 suits of sails for Sarum, and this one is a non-reefing full-sized mirror mainsail without the bottom part cut off, like on the reefing sail that I have for when I'm sailing on the sea. And the jib there is a standard mirror jib. Had a lot of repairs on it. You can see the little patches all sewn on my machine, and seems to be holding quite well. It's had a lot of repairs, but it's going quite well. I don't buy new things unless I can repair the old things. That's my principle of life. Well, see you in a bit. I'll take the helm, and I've still got a bit of wind. Probably after these little cages that seem to be traps to catch some kind of I don't know, either a beaver or some kind of water rat or something like that, and I don't know what they do with them. Perhaps they eat them. Eek. So rather than say too many silly things, I'll cut off here, and we're coming to a very calm section where I'm going to be motoring, and then we'll come to the wide bit afterwards. This is where it all starts to widen out, and I can see there's wind on the water. So another 100 meters or so, and I'll be switching off the engine. I've just been told by one of the people who live by the river that engines are not allowed. I suppose because it's a reservoir and because of issues of pollution. So it's the last time I come here without with an engine. So I either come with oars or with the other boat. And now I have an extremely light following wind. Just felt a couple of raindrops. Yes, another couple of the. Oh yes, I see them in the boat, but it's not likely to rain an awful lot. So you can see those various coloured things ahead. It's a leisure centre. I think they have a sailing school and various other water activities like canoeing and kayaking and that sort of thing. Yes, there's very, very little wind. I think I might, yes. I can see the windmills moving, and normally there should be a following wind, and they would be going butterfly style. Boat is moving, but very extremely slowly. Not enough. Oh yes, yes, it's raining. Only very lightly. If it doesn't rain any more than that, well, if it does rain any more than that, it'll just get wet, and I'll just have to have a shower when I get home. Yes, there's some quite stormy kind of clouds. It's I think it'd be quite patchy. It's still bright in most places. I'm picking up a little bit more wind, so shove the helm over, and as soon as I pick up a tiny bit of speed, then yes, the helm is beginning to take effect. Okay, as soon as I get a little bit closer to the dam, and then that's the point where I'll have to turn back. It's really quite white here. There is some wind, as shown by the windmills, the electric generator windmills. But there's little on the water. There's a tiny bit. I'm actually moving. I'm sailing. So this is the local leisure centre. Most looks like windsurf boards and canoes. There's a dinghy. I can see a dinghy there. Maybe they haven't started, but apparently there is a sailing school. The terraces are open with the easing of the lockdown, so you can have a cup of coffee or a drink on a terrace and be sitting down and not wearing a mask with your friends, up to 10 people, which is very nice. Someone in a pair of swimming trunks, so it looks like some kind of aquatic amusement. Should be quite fun. There's the rubber dinghy there, but no engine. It has oars. I'll try not to use the engine around here because I'll be told that it's not allowed. So I'll do my best to sail only, or I can use my oars, but I'm lazy. Anyway, that's the local leisure centre. The village over there is La Traversane. I should imagine it's a medieval term, but mainly meaning that it's a hedge through which one can go. It might have been a toll at one time. La Traversane is on the road towards Mayenne, the local town where I go and do my shopping. So that should be quite nice, and then I begin to see I can see the beginning of the dam. So I'm going to sail almost up to it, and then I'll turn round and come back. I think I'll have to tag. Yes, just a few people swimming on this amusing thing. Must say it's quite cold in the water. I had my feet in the water. As May hasn't been a warm month, it's quite cold. I wouldn't like to swim in this. So there's the dam, you can see it. So I'll sail close to it. So I'll leave off here. One thing I learned at the Glénon is that even in very calm conditions like this, rather than going dead ahead of the wind on a dead run, it's better to go on one tack and the other. It's in a shallow zigzag. It's especially when there's more wind, because it does prevent unforeseen jibing and the possibility of broaching and capsizing. Today there's no danger of that. So I'm going to go towards that bank. There are a few trees around, at least in the immediate vicinities of the water, so I should be able to get some amount of true wind. And so I'll go towards the bank there, and then I will jibe and go down towards the dam, and then back again. I have the impression of a sailing boat, or at least a boat with a sail. I don't have a pair of binoculars with me, but there's a small red sail, and so I'll probably say hello to him at some time. Oh yes. I don't know. Can't imagine what it is. It's probably one of those rowing boats that will sail downwind, and then you have to row the boat for any other point of sail. I don't think you'll see it on the video, so there's a little point in insisting there, at least until I get closer to it. There you can see very clearly the dam. Right, so I'll knock off here. We're soon arriving at the little yellow buoys. I imagine that they are indicators of the limits of where we are allowed to go, so as not to get too near the dam. There's probably some nasty suction areas where the water goes out through the sluices for whatever, generating electricity or whatever they do. It's an interesting building up there with a church and with a little bell tower. I wonder if it was once a convent or a monastery. I'll find out when I get back home. There's a little slipway there. I don't know if it's public, but yes, there's a car park there. Usually slipways are at a premium. I'm now turning away because now I need to take a little bit of sail. Okay, so I better say goodbye. I'm slowly tacking up towards the leisure centre, and I'm picking up a little bit of wind, so I should be able to point up a little bit. Centreboard's right down, so there shouldn't be any problem. And I've also made sure that I haven't attached the centreboard because some of these waters can be pretty shallow. So there are sandbanks, so you just never know. I'm using my river rudder rather than my sea rudder. This is the fixed river rudder, of my very deep sea rudder that that folds. So well, it's quite a place. People can have a drink. They can play volleyball. They can swim. They can take a boat out and a little canoe out and have a little paddle. It's a very nice way for a family to spend a Saturday afternoon. Wonderful. So I think the wind's beginning to die down, probably because I'm approaching the trees more and more, and so there'll be less and less wind. So I'm just going to have to stick the engine on. And too bad for cantankerous old men who say that engines are forbidden. I've just seen a boat with engines down towards the dam that was just being recovered, and it didn't look official. It looked perfectly. Somebody like me, just an ordinary guy with his boat. Yes, yes, I don't have enough forward. Here we are. I'm lapping up. I'm lapping up against towards the wind because of the jib. Okay. I think I'll use a bit of engine. There doesn't seem to be anyone official looking on the leisure centre. Anyway, we'll see about the engine. Here's one of these cage traps, and just coming up to it. Not too close, it might be a cable or something going to an anchor. There it is, and there's bait in there, and you get caught. I just rode past the house where there was that man who said that engines were not allowed. He didn't appear at his window, and he wasn't in his garden, so I think I'm all right, probably, unless it well, as I say, I did see a boat down towards the dam with an engine on it, a petrol engine. Anyway, I won't worry about it. There's that rather nice house with some moorings for their boats and some lovely lawns, and what looks like a farm next to the house, probably quite a well-off farmer. Very nice, very nice house, very nice garden, very peaceful. So I'll make another little video when I get back to the ramp for recovery.